Hey everyone, it's Bowler Guy. Welcome back to another speedrun analysis. Today we are analyzing Darkmint's new personal best, which has been verified on speedrun.com at a whopping 14 minutes and 26 seconds. That is the fourth fastest console run in existence right now, which is absolutely insane. Another thing that is insane about this run as well is it improves upon his personal best by a whopping 4 minutes and 21 seconds. So his old personal best was 1847, and he's taken it all the way down now to 1426. And no other console run, by the way, beats this by any more than 45 seconds. But as he's spawning in here, you're probably wondering how on earth is this run a sub 15? There's no village. He was fairly close to 0-0, and there's nothing here. But of course, your other option, when you spawn in and there's nothing, which is when we really should be doing every speedrun, is running towards a potential stronghold village, or in a direction that has plains, savanna, or any other biome that could have a village, such as a desert or a taiga. And as we're approaching 1 minute here, of course he is approaching the stronghold ring and potential stronghold coordinates. He's just running and running and running towards what will be his destiny. But for now, let's talk a little bit about Darkmint himself. I have definitely done at least one analysis on a Darkmint personal best. But Darkmint and I are good friends, and one thing that he does in his speedruns that I do not is he is very aggressive. He will take a little bit more risks than I will. I am notoriously a very, very, very safe runner. Darkmint is not. And if you are going for a really fast time, if you're going for sub 15, if you're going for world record, you need to be aggressive. That's probably why I do not have a time that's under 15 minutes, just to be clear. But Darkmint does, and that's why. But he spots a village, and very quickly here at about the 2 minute mark, he's going to, let's see, he's going to pop over this little hill right here. And there's the village right on the left. Yep, right there. So he finally spots the village, and of course, looking at the coordinates, you're going to see this is indeed within stronghold coordinates. And the only play here is to, of course, dig down. So, and it is a savanna village. Savanna villages mean one thing, and that is houses have a chance at giving you a bucket. So, bucket, iron pickaxe, hopefully, within this village. So he makes it finally to the village at about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and he's going to pick up some hay bales here. He's going to luckily get a bucket from the very first house, and unlike me, will not craft a second one from the golem. Don't do that, by the way. There's just a couple things around here. It's a very standard village play, but this does go to show that there are a massive amount of ways that we can get sub 20 and even sub 15. People swear by one or two, like people swear by Stronghold first, and I don't like Stronghold first, but the truth is we always have to consider all options when we are speedrunning. We have to have a lot in our arsenal, and we have to be able to use any single one of the tools, such as Stronghold first. We have to know spring strats. There's a couple things that, again, we should know, and Darkmint's going to show us that, again, there's a lot of different ways to get sub 15 and sub 20. And personal best, by the way. So now he's just going to gather some wood, because remember this, we have this new Enderman setup with the boats. Darkmint is, of course, going to show us that. But my first reaction to this run is likely the same as you guys watching this right now. And that is, okay, we're almost at the 4 minute mark. We're not digging down. How is this going to be sub 15? And oh, you'll see. The Nether consistently makes or breaks speedruns all the time. And the Nether makes this speedrun what it is, of course. Notice this too, he never crafted a stone pickaxe. It's these really little things that stack up to make this run a sub 15. Very, very little things. So he crafts the boats as he's killing the golem. He also crafts a spear, which we can use that for crit bug now. We no longer need to get snowballs or a fishing rod or anything else in RSG, we can always just use any type of spear. And now he's going to do spring strats and begin digging down just before the 5-minute mark. And he has a pretty good setup right now. He has, of course, an iron pickaxe and a bucket, which you need. So digging down is going to be a little bit easier, but he has everything else. 22 bread and a hay bale. And digging down here, it's hitting the 5-minute mark already. And, of course, there's only one thing that can save the speedrun, and that is a stronghold. And since you're watching the run, you know there is going to be a stronghold. And Darkman actually took the time to talk within this run, well, not within the run itself, but he was commentating over it to talk about other runs that have had slower enters. And as he's hitting the stronghold right about here, a lot of other runs have had very slow enters or just below average enters, let's say, in the stronghold, and still managed to get a great time, such as Mini Miner's got quite a few of them, where he's entered pretty late and still managed to pull off a sub 15 a couple times, and definitely a sub 20. So it can very well happen. You see we're already at 6 minutes here, and he's just going to nav the stronghold. But the hard part is, of course, going to be nabbing that stronghold. If you noticed, when he first fell into the stronghold, it was a 5-way. Every single way was open. So he has to search through, unfortunately, all 5 of the ways. And now, instead of there being, if there was only 2 ways open, it's straight up a 50% chance. If you go one way to find the portal that way, now it's a 20% chance. So there's much less of a chance that you're going to find that you're going to find the end portal on the first run. Like if you run through the first direction, you run, let's say, middle, there's lesser of a chance because there's a greater chance it spawns in the other sections of a stronghold. So as he's coming through the stronghold very surgically, he's nabbing this very, very well. And finally, it's right here at about the 7-minute mark that the end portal is right there. So, of course, 7 minutes, and you're wondering, well, wait a minute, do the math right now. In just a couple of seconds, this run is already half over, and he's not in the nether yet. Well, the nether is going to make up for it. It is a 1-eye, by the way. And he enters the nether just under 7 minutes and 30 seconds. And, of course, there it is, the beautiful warped forest. He's going to write down his coordinates and just run for the fortress. And of course, the fortress is not that far away. It's actually just right here. So all of a sudden, this run goes from, oh wow, we're entering the nether at 7 minutes and 30 seconds to, okay, this is personal best, maybe even sub 15 pace within an instant. So that's just how fast things change when you can enter the nether. And he does make it into the bad part of the fortress. Of course, there's a couple wither skeletons here. He's going to have to take care of them. And he's just going to nav from the bad part of the fortress into the good part of the fortress.
After I beat his time, right, I wanted to beat Turk's time because Turk has 16:45. And then after all of that...
But of course, the other bad thing about the bad part of the fortress is the fact that you can't avoid wither skeletons. And the good part, you can try and succeed sometimes, but in the bad part, there's no avoiding them, unfortunately. And of course, there's no blaze spawners. That's the other bad part of the bad part of the bad part of the fortress. So you can see here, he's going to run this way. He finds his little deck to the left here, and he does locate the good part of the fortress. He already does have 3 blaze rods, which he has gotten above average drops so far. And unfortunately, this good part of the fortress is very open, so blazes can see you and easily shoot at you from many, many blocks away. So he's going to wait for these blazes to approach. That one doesn't drop, but again, he already has 4 actually. I didn't see that 4th one. Now he's at 5. He needs that 6th rod so he can leave. Unfortunately, he spots this blaze spawner right in front of him here. But you know who else spots the blaze spawner? The other blaze on the right-hand side. So, unfortunately, he's got to place a couple blocks here to get this 6th rod. But overall, this is a very, very clean fortress split. There's no wasted time here. He's constantly running and just getting the next task done. But now is the issue that a lot of runners face when they have a Wartress, and that is, where do we go for warped? Now, of course, you don't want to go... Oh, and by the way, watch this. Portal's actually right there. When he came out of the portal, he was facing the other way, so he actually never saw that the fortress was right there. But where do we go for warped? And luckily, it goes this way, and there's no fortress right here. So the fortress is, of course, not going to soak the spawns. It's very low down. There's not a lot of hilly terrain here. There's not a lot of terrain above him, and of course there's no terrain below him. So this is a very, very, very good spot to set up warped at. You can see there's a lot of Endermen here. And all of a sudden we're looking at the timer, and now instead of saying, oh, we're already at 7 minutes or 8 minutes, oh, we're only at 10 minutes. And he's setting up warped in a very, very, very good warp spot. And all of a sudden, again, this run goes from this might be able to sub 20 to this is going to be personal best and maybe even a sub 15. So you can see that he's going to show off the epic Enderman Tower with the boat setup. He's got 3 boats down there, so he can start 6 Endermen before the 7th Enderman begins to start pushing the boats around. And he did find a pearl earlier, so he only needs 10 pearls, well, 10 more pearls to enter the end. He has everything he needs, and this, again, just a crazy, crazy run. This, like, if nothing sells it, if I personally can't sell it to you that the Nether makes or breaks runs, this is what should do it for you. Darkman points out in the run 2 that this is a sub 6 Nether split, and it's like the 3rd one ever, and it's the first one ever without looting. So the Nether could very easily make or break your speedruns. So don't think you have to be in the Nether by a certain time, especially if it's Stronghold first. Nav could take you, again, a couple minutes. Just think of this run again. Darkman doesn't enter the Nether until almost 7 minutes and 30 seconds. But this run still manages to be sub 15. But unfortunately here, during the Enderman process, one Enderman comes along and decides to move the boats around a little bit. Not fun. But Darkman comes down here, and he's had enough of them. He's going to take him out with a sword. And look at that. We're at 11 pearls. He's going to quickly craft them into Eyes of Ender and just get right back to his home portal. And Darkman does actually shut the timer off too. He states this that whenever he enters the Nether, he's going to shut the timer off because nerves will play into it. But he makes it back to his home portal at 13 minutes and 12 seconds. All of a sudden, this run goes... Again, just crazy how quickly the Nether can change things. But he's going to remember the water here, and he's going to show us all waterbed. And there's one thing Darkman never does, and that is miss a 1 cycle. If Darkman ever misses a 1 cycle, that is the day that you know that someone else is taking his place. But he's going to get into the end here at about 13:30, 13:35, and very quickly run over to the dragon. Unfortunately, he doesn't have an extra pearl, so he can't make it here before the dragon flies away the first time. But of course, he's going to get a very quick repurch. Come right back here, place a couple blocks, get the spear, and comes back, looks up, and there's the dragon repurching. And yeah, you can do it with netherrack. Pretty cool. So place the water back there, hits it with the spear, couple hits in here with the pickaxe to get it lower health, and 3 beds in quick succession means the dragon is dead, and Darkman has placed a successful sub 15 on the leaderboard, which stands at number 4 of all time in console. Congratulations again, Darkman, and thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.